Good morning,
Oh,
Sam.
good morning, Miss Lovecraft.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, you know this, like I pretty much always have my therapy session right before your streams. So it's like a great timing. I have like a great therapy hour, and then I get an hour to like bead therapy, decompress with
Yeah.
Sarah. Like it's great every time. No complaints. I'm a
Sam,
huge
no
huge
complaint.
advocate for therapy.
I am too. I am too. I haven't been in a minute, but I loved my therapist and could not be where I am without them. So
Word. Hello, lovely folks of the bead world.
hi everybody. Hi Colleen. Everybody's here. Looks like Facebook is just making their way in. Jesse's here. Hey Jesse.
Hey, Jesse. Jesse's been out of town, so we get to see Jesse again in the office today. Just
Awesome.
in time for today's very busy. Today's always a very busy sale on Beadbox Day. We call this Beadbox Day because usually I'm like we start the morning together,
Yeah.
then we do the big sale
Yeah.
that in the nighttime, and it's very fun. But it's
Uh,
always a big day.
yeah. So, yeah, well, that's the perfect segue. Perfect segue into what we're doing today for all of you who maybe are just now getting to know Sam and I. So, Sam's Bead Box, Sam from Sam's Bead Shop does
Hello.
does Sam's Bead box once a month, and we get together to unbox it and then make a little something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're doing today. And I'm really excited. Everybody that I've shown this necklace to has been really excited
Wait,
about it.
I thought I hadn't seen it, but I have seen it.
Yeah, you saw it late last night. Well, it was late for me. Might not have been late for you.
It
It
was
was
pretty
late
late.
for me.
It was gorgeous. I can't believe we have quite the center coming up for folks today.
Yeah, I can't wait to show this off. And I've done the abbreviated version of this. So a lot of it's already done. Most of it's going to be just assembly. But what I'm looking forward to is really going through the box and then giving y'all some inspiration because this, I have like, I don't know how you are, Sam, but I have like, there are certain themes of jewelry that I love the most.
Mm-hmm.
And summertime, like beach jewelry, is one of my
Yeah.
top fives.
Mm-hmm.
Also in my top five is winter, not necessarily Christmas, but winter in the sense that like ice and icicles and snow is one of my very favorite things to create. So that's why this necklace was just like, I knew this necklace was going to happen when I saw the box. I was like, well, that's a no brainer. I know exactly what I'm going to make because I'm always really inspired by ice and snow and like the drip, if you will, of ice. And so that's kind of where that's where this necklace is going. But we got to look at the box first.
Yeah.
So everybody can understand like where I'm coming from. But I just wanted everybody to know, like, this is one of my favorite, like I've done a lot of winter pieces and they're always some of my favorites to do. Because I'm using some of my favorite things. Blue, clear, AB finish. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Facets. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh, I can't wait to take a look at it with you. But all that reminded me of a memory. I remember like my first real snow day when I moved to New York.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in Bay Area, California. We do not. I remember one day that someone brought snow into class because it was such a wild thing that they found that there was any snow. Like they were up in like the hills, like where it was a little colder. There was never snow anytime when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So I remember first year of college, there was the first snow into Central Park. Like, I mean, obviously all of New York, but like it's especially pretty in Central Park. And one of my friends was organizing folks to go. Like, they're like, we have to go to Central Park, like right now while it's pretty.
Yeah.
And I just remember like all of us just walking in and just like beautiful, like winter wonderland where like the sun was shining and like it was like all the snow was still perfect before it gets kind of nasty in New York. And then
yeah.
And like just like making snow angels and taking photos and like all of us like in our parkas and everything. It was just like such a lovely memory. And like it was, and obviously New York, I always had pretty mild winters when I lived in New York.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good association with winter there. I know some folks watching here today live in places where it gets very cold.
Oh yeah.
So I only had a taste of it, but like there's such like a beautiful like pureness and like glistening to all of it that I thought was so pretty. So that's a little bit about where this box is inspired from, and a couple other elements that you'll see as Sarah unboxes the December.
That's on my bucket list. I gotta go to Central Park in the snow.
Yeah,
I've added that to my list.
I was amazed you haven't been out there. It's like it's just such a needed place to at least see that. Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah. I gotta go. I'm gonna turn you around. We're gonna get started, but we're not gonna stop chatting, of course. But okay, so I do want to talk about, I've pulled beads out of this. Okay, so just so everybody knows, there are some things that are missing because they're part of the design. Right. So some things are completely empty, some things are just half a bag, but I do know where to start. I do know where to start. Two of my favorite things that I didn't actually use, but have plans for. Actually, there are so many things in this box that are my favorites. Okay, I'm pulling three of my favorite things. Okay, so we're gonna start with number one. This, yes. This is so pretty. This Cabafon.
Tell folks that our theme is called Winter Ball.
Look at that! I need a setting.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to make a ring out of this. Like, that's why I didn't use it, because I was like, I could wire wrap this. Yeah. I could attach the bell to it. But no, I want this to be a beautiful wintertime ring. And I know I have a setting around here somewhere. I just have to dig the box out. But oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Yeah. So pretty much all the check glass in this box we custom designed. So you'll see a very like cohesive color theme. Was like, we thought would be a way to keep it very streamlined and like very designable.
Yeah.
So this, like, one of our color themes is that crystal AB gorgeousness,
which is one of my favorite things. Okay, number two is the Appetite, because this is my color. Oh, I love this color so much. This and like deep like orange reds of carnelian. Probably my second favorite is Appetite, and this is gorgeous. Like, it's like Caribbean blue, if you will. That's what I think of every time I see this color blue. One of my favorites, and just a gorgeous gemstone in general. And the facets on this just make this so yummy. They're beautiful.
I'm with you.
So pretty. My number three, I know Wanda loves the Appetite. I
was thinking about Wanda this morning, because the sale tonight, I probably have at least a half dozen new Appetite items as like the feature stone tonight. Yeah. And I was like, either after tonight, Wanda will love me more, or she'll never speak to me again.
Okay, these are my number three.
Oh, I love these points.
We had
these drilled actually for the shop. These didn't exist before the bead box.
Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I want to put them all as the centerpiece of something, right? I want them to be, they're just yummy. I don't even know how else to describe these. They're just yummy.
It's like, it's kind of the closest we got to putting an icicle in the box.
Yeah. Yes. It's just like an icicle hanging on the edge of a snowy roof. They're perfect. I love them. Love them. They're absolutely beautiful. So these were very exciting to me. But honestly, this whole box is gorgeous. So don't let me throw you off by those being my top three, because everything else is gorgeous as well. So some of the things that I am missing are some of my other favorite things. So the flowers, there's only 3 of these left because they are part of our necklace.
Didn't you like this shape when we did it last month?
Yeah, I do. I'm just a huge fan of the flowers in general. And honestly, I'm not particular about the shape. Any of the flower shapes are good to me, but these are beautiful. They're so pretty. I mean, I just don't think you can go wrong with a bead that's a flower. You just can't. It doesn't matter what color they are.
You tried to turn it into a snowflake, kind of.
Yeah, they're perfect, which is kind of how I used them. So you guys will see. But there were 8 of these, so we're using 5 of them in our
Oh,
design.
nice. And Sarah, remind me, we have to do our special announcement once we unbox this, okay?
Okay. Yep. Something else that's missing are these clear crystal AB check glass fire polish rounds. I used several of these, so there's only a few of these left. But again, one of my favorite things is just you can't go wrong with a good fire polish check glass round. You just can't. They're perfect. They're perfect by themselves. They're perfect as spacers. They're just gorgeous. I love them.
I think about you every time we include like a fire polish or a melon in the box.
Yes, they're so
like,
good.
Well, because I think I got down on them for a second. I was like, oh, we do what we've been doing them. Maybe we should stop. But then you're like, no. We need them like each month because they're like integral for design.
Exactly. Yeah. They are really, really, really easy to design with. And because they are beautiful all by themselves, they can be the star or they can help something else be the star. So yeah, I really feel like they're super, super important. But the clear with the AB finish. Yes. Okay. I have a story about these.
Oh, even those are mostly gone.
Not only are they mostly gone, but look at the package. Do you see? Do you know what all of that is? Those are teeth marks all over this bag. So let me tell you what happened. Yesterday, I was creating this necklace on my desk, and I had this bag. It was open, but I hadn't dumped the beads out, right? I had them. The bag was full of 20 of them, right? I just had it open, but I had to hop up and drive across town to pick up my kid from school. When I came back, I could not find these beads anywhere. And I was like, I know they're on my desk. I know I had them. I don't understand what has happened to them. I turned this room upside down. Okay. What I found was the bag completely empty and chewed up. You can see all the little teeth marks all over. Right.
Uh-oh.
Then I started looking around the house and I found the beads one by one. I still haven't found all 20 of them. There are some that are used in the necklace. There are 7 here. There are still some that are missing. One of my kittens steals beads.
Because they're sparkly.
Yeah, well, she stole these. She'll carry the whole bag around in her mouth, which I've found bags of beads in the most random places ever. But this one, she actually got all the beads out of and kicked them all over the house. So I'll probably be finding the rest of these at some other point. But she steals the whole bag. It's not just like she picks up a bead. She takes the whole bag and she picks them up. So yeah. I was really upset because I was like, I gotta have those for my necklace. And luckily I found some of them. So
oh my gosh. Yeah, those are also one of my favorite beads in the box.
Yes.
They came out really well.
Love them. Okay, so these 3, I'm going to show them all together, even though they're all very, very different, just because I love them and they're just beautiful specialty check glass. I can't decide which ones I love the most. Obviously, I'm drawn to this shape the most, but I do love both of these.
Yeah, these are some like 3 of my favorite beads in the box because I like anything that has something extra for it. Like you can have a basic bead, then anytime you add like an extra finish or a mix, like in the case of the bottom bead there we did a mixed glass.
Yeah.
Anytime there's like a little extra bonus something snuck in there, I just think a bead gets really exciting.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're just
so we got to custom design all 3 of these guys for the box.
I love them. So are you guys feeling the theme on this? Because I am. I mean, you nailed it. Absolutely nailed the theme with this one. All right. So let's see here. Oh, there's more. There's more check glass. Beautiful. Look at those. And this is that color that you love, Sam. What do you call this color again?
So I used to call it Capri, but then Wanda says it's Capri, and I think I believe Wanda, so I think it's Capri.
Capri blue, but this is not just Capri blue. It's got that gorgeous golden like kiss.
Yeah, we did a little bronzy finish on those, and then some matching smaller ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm using those in the necklace. So they're the smaller ones, y'all. They're so pretty. That color is just perfect. Perfect, perfect. And then these, I love these. I just used some of these, not these in particular, but very similar to these in some kits last week. Oh my gosh, Wanda, you crack me up. That was too funny. Look how pretty these are. These are
Those are our ornamental rectangles, I think.
yeah. They're so pretty. And they go, y'all. Look, okay? It all goes. Sam knows what he's doing. It all goes. It all does.
We try here. It's so that Sarah can make beautiful necklaces like the one she's doing today. Y'all gonna be jaw drop when you see what she's about to show you.
But look how pretty that would be as a bracelet. Yep. I could design all day long with this box. I'm telling you. I'm so in love with everything that's in it.
Yay!
All right.
This box seems to be speaking to people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and if you need some metal accents, check these out. Okay, well, hold on. So I love these. I love a rondelle spacer. One of my favorite things, and I don't have enough of these. I've got to have more of these in my life, and I like them in any color of the rainbow, any metal, doesn't make any difference. These and the little daisy ones, the check glass daisies spacers are also my favorite. I just think they're beautiful because it's sort of like those check glass rounds, the fire polish rounds. They look beautiful all by themselves, but then they make an amazing spacer to add to other things. You can stack these up and make some really cool designs with these if you stack several of them together, or you can just use them intermittent between your favorite beads. They're just really cool. Yeah, very cool.
I love a spacer.
Oh yeah. Yep. And then these are another one of those that can be a spacer or can work all by itself. And it's just a really cool shape. Love those as well. Little pinch beads.
Little pinch.
Yeah, they're super cool. So there's more metal here. We've got some beautiful tiara cast. So I love these. One of my favorite tiara cast components of all time. I've got some earrings made with these that I absolutely am in love with.
That's why we included them this month. We loved the kit you did with them
a while back. And so pretty.
We got to find a way to use those.
And then look, this makes the perfect snowflake. And yeah, I always love a button. So love. And then you included the bell that you can use with the cabochon that we showed at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you could use it for anything you wanted to. I mean, it makes just a pretty little heart that you could hang from a chain if you wanted to, but it really is a bail that you attach to the back. So you're going to use a little bit of glue, some E6000 to attach this to that cabochon or to anything else that you need a bail for. But always beautiful tiara cast inclusions. So awesome. Love. Yeah, I need more. I got to make more earrings.
I know. Now it's time for a second pair.
Yes. All right, we're still not done. We got a few more things to go through, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So if the apatite that you saw a minute ago wasn't enough, check this out. So this is dark apatite. Look how pretty. That's just stunning.
Yeah, this is this cool grade B mix of apatite. It's only called grade B just because it's a lot darker.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's like much more of like a midnight, almost like a tealy midnight tone.
Yeah. And it's like a frozen lake. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit more mysterious element in the box.
I love it. So pretty. And if you're curious as to how this is drilled, it's drilled this direction. So it's not a diamond. It is, in fact, a square. So pretty. Alrighty. We've got some of the table cut. I love those too. They're really pretty, and they have that icy feel to them as well.
So I feel like you can never go wrong with a table cut. They're called window beads, and you can see why.
Yeah. They're so pretty. Okay, what do I have here that is empty? So the glass polka dots, these are all gone because they're gorgeous and awesome. Y'all will get to see these in a few minutes. These are almost gone. The fire polish drops, I used all of the clear ones, the crystal AB ones. But the blue ones, like I'm thinking earrings. I need some cha-cha in my life.
Mm-hmm. I think this shape has not gotten enough recognition yet because we've had a little bit of the shape in the shop.
Yeah.
I just think it kind of needs this moment of spotlight. I'm so glad you're using it today.
Oh, yeah, I love it. It's a great shape. It's a perfect shape for this necklace, too. All right, so we've got some creatures here. We got to have some critters included. Look at the blue on those. I don't think I've ever seen a blue owl.
And it matches. I couldn't believe that we found owls that match.
They're perfect. They're perfect. Love them. And then these make me so happy. These Zuni bears. I need more Zuni bears in my life. They're so cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love them. I want to stack them up with something and make really cool earrings with them. And there's 3, so you can do earrings and a pendant with them, which I love. And then last but not least is something else that I used a ton of in this necklace, and I'm so glad that you included it, are these. I love them so much. These hex, goodness, Toho seeds. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we tried out the 11-0 size for this month. I couldn't believe how many beads you get. Like Rachel dumped out the tube yesterday when we were unboxing. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so many beads.
It is, and they're like little ice cubes. They're perfect for this box. Absolutely perfect. Plus the fact that they're just gorgeous. So, y'all, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. You can't even see it all. There's like a lot going on here. And some of it is missing because we're going to use it right now. But Sam, what are your favorite things from this box?
Oh my gosh. Anything that had the extra decorative elements. So like the squares, lacy drops.
Yeah.
Those coins there in the middle.
Yeah.
The royal diamonds, and then of course the grade A apatite. Those are probably my top picks.
Oh yeah. That's just yummy.
But I hope for watching this, like this is a nice, like if you haven't really seen the box before, this is kind of a good example of how we like to put the box together with like a lot of custom check gloss elements. We always balance the colors and the shapes. We always like to add in usually 3 gems. So here we had 2 apatites and the crystal quartz. Yeah. And then a few, usually like 2 to 3 metals. So you kind of get a balance of what you get of things to work with.
Right.
So you can hopefully make like an entire line of jewelry from the one box.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much of it. I think people who, I mean, it's one thing to see it in a pile. It's a whole totally different thing to get the box, take everything out of the bags and actually physically see it on your workspace. There is so much included in the box that makes the value just like through the roof. I mean, there's no way I could individually buy these beads at the same cost that I get the bead box for.
No, yeah, we pretty heavily discount the box. I think this one had like over $80 of beads in it, and that's like actual price of what we would charge for the beads.
Yeah.
So you're getting this for $45 if you're a subscriber,
which is incredible. And you can use a coupon code.
You can, and I think this is the time when I might get to announce. What's coming in January?
I'm so excited. Look, I got chill bumps, Sam. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Ever Sara Lovecraft Sam's Bead Box is coming as our January 2023 box.
Y'all, I cannot wait. I got to work with Sam and Rachel to put together the January box, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I promise.
And this is not just something we like throw together. We've been working on this for actually months together.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. We start assembling the boxes today, Sarah. And
oh no, you're frozen.
Uh-oh. No, not Sarah freezing at this moment. Okay, usually I'm not frozen, but we started assembling the box today, and Sarah and we've been sending Sarah little sneak peek photos. It's gorgeous. So like Sarah provided all the inspiration for the theme, and we got to like go and pick out. Hey. I'm telling them a little bit about us, how we've been working together on the box.
Yeah.
So Sarah had this amazing idea for the January theme, and it's been a really fun challenge because Rachel and I like kind of go out and find possible beads, and we brought them to Sarah, and then she got to pick out the colors and the finishes, and then oh no, we need a little bit more of that. We need a little bit more of that. So there's like Sara Lovecraft all over this box.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I'm excited to see what people make with it. That's the part that I'm like, I cannot wait to see
it's
what
really
happens.
fun. It's really fun. So if you are not subscribed, you do not walk. Run to go get subscribed at samsbeadbox.com and use Sarah's code and get $5 off your first month. That'll make your January box $40. Which is wild for all the beautiful goodies that are coming your way. It is so exciting. This is the first time ever, Sarah, we've ever collaborated with someone on a box.
Yeah.
And so it's been a joy getting to put it together with you. So I can't wait for all the classes and fun festivities.
I know. It's going to be awesome. So no, there are no hints. However, Brooke says, is it clown themed? I can tell you it is not clown themed. Okay. It is absolutely beautiful. So that's all I'm going to say. It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Jacqueline says, is it refrigerator related? No, it is not.
No, Sarah, now you're in the shoes of having to keep secrets. Have fun.
Oh, I know, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. No,
Good secrets are the worst.
You're not getting any hints from me, y'all.
Good secrets are the worst secrets to have to hold on to.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to show you this necklace that we're going to put together. Now, keep in mind, because we have a limited amount of time here, we've already used about 30 minutes. I pre-did most of this. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of this together, but more than anything, I just want you to be inspired and to see it. And you can very easily recreate this because you got all the pieces in the box. Okay, so I'm going to lay out half of this, and then we're going to put half of it together. Okay, so this is a tiered necklace. Okay, this is one side. We got to do the center, and then we're going to build the other side. Okay, so I just want you to see what we've got going on here. So those polka dot beads that we're missing, this is them. Are those not awesome?
I love these. They're actual staple cut bead. It's the only time I've ever seen this bead was this bead.
Yeah, they're so cool. So these are going to be our front beads here that are going to separate out all the tiers that we're going to put together. And the tiers are going to alternate between these beautiful leaves and then the flowers that I've used as kind of snowflakes, right? And then we've got the seed beads, and we've got mixed in some check glass. We're using those kind of funny teardrop ones that you like so much that I can't remember what the name of them are, but I love them. And we're using them kind of facing each other. They kind of, for me, all of this has like a dripping, melting ice kind of feeling to it. So that's really what I was going with as far as this design is concerned. I'm also using in this one of the tricks that Sam used. So the leaves here are drilled like a briolette, and I could have wire wrapped all of these briolette style. However, Sam and I were together not too long ago where he did this little trick instead to wire up, to use a briolette without doing it that way. And I thought it's absolutely genius and brilliant. So that's what we're going to do here, just to make it a little bit easier. Because people do struggle with that wire wrap. So I think this is the perfect way to do it. So we're gonna do that. I've got
Sarah. You have no idea how honored I am.
It's brilliant. It's really brilliant. It really truly is. It's so smart. So a lot of these I've already done. Like I said, just trying to save some time here, but I'm going to show you each one of them so you can kind of get an idea of like what beads were what on these. So we need to build this center here, and then we're going to put all of this together. And then as far as our length is concerned, I've made a beaded chain. Some of it is already done for the other side, but it is those fire polish. And I just use eye pins. You can use your own wire if you want to. I was just using eye pins because I just got a whole shipment of eye pins in, and I was like, I'm going to use these up. So that's what I'm going to use for the length of this. So it's still beautiful all the way around. However, if you want to save your beads, this also makes a really pretty bracelet, might I add. You could just use some chain from your stash if you wanted to. So, all right, we're going to look at each one of these, each one of the tiers here. So our center tier, let's put it together, and then we will, I'm going to pull up the picture too, because I want to be sure I get the right amount of, the right count.
This looks like a lot of math involved in this piece, Sarah.
Oh, it's just counting, and I tried to keep it as easy for myself as I possibly could, but we're going to start out at the bottom. So the bottom of this one is going to be one of these beautiful flowers. Okay, we're going to put that onto a head pin, and that's an eye pin. We're going to grab a head pin. We're going to thread that onto a head pin, and then we're going to put one of those seed beads right on the top of that. Okay, so one of our little hex seed beads. And then I'm going to do a simple loop. Now listen, everybody struggles with the simple loops. If you prefer to do wrapped loops in place of simple loops in this project, please do so. You don't have to do the simple loops. But I'm going to grab the wire where it is exiting that last bead, that little seed bead, and I'm just going to bend it. So we're not doing wraps, so I don't need any of that extra room. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my cutter tool, and I'm going to trim off. You want to leave yourself about 1/4 of an inch of wire, and then you're going to use your round nose pliers, grab that wire, and you're going to roll back towards your hand, towards your beads, to make your loop. Okay. So that's going to be on the bottom. And then after that, we're going to do an eye pin. So we're going to open up the eye pin, and I'm going to go ahead and hook it to the loop we just created. Okay, I'm going to thread on 3 seed beads. Okay, so there's 3 seed beads. And then we're going to use one of the teardrops. Yep. Then we're going to use a fire polish round. And then we're going to do another drop. And this drop is going to go in the opposite direction.
Very clever.
Just like that. And then 3 more seed beads. Okay.
Little angel wings.
Yeah. They're so pretty. I love them so much. Okay. So then on the top of this, we're going to do another simple loop. But again, feel free to do a wrapped loop if you want to. If you're cutting your own pieces of wire, I recommend some 22 gauge. And you're only going to need like 4-inch pieces for the longer sections and 2 to 3-inch sections for your smaller sections. So it doesn't take a whole lot of wire, whether you're using eye pins or your own wire. Okay. So simple loop on the top of that. Okay. Now we're going to do, since this is the longest piece, it's in the center, we're going to do one of these beautiful blue onto an eye pin.
The little pops of blue are so smart to kind of break up.
Yeah.
It gives the eye, it kind of helps tell the eye where to go a little bit.
Right. Exactly. And I didn't want to overdo it with the blue. It's different if you're going to have balance, right? If you're going to do balance of both colors, that's one thing. But if you do too much of the blue intermittent with that clear AB, I feel like your eye doesn't know where to look, right? And I want to be really specific about where this necklace is kind of drawing, you know, it's all drawing towards the center. So you got to be careful when you're mixing your colors to either keep it balanced or do just little pops like that so that it's not too busy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one of those, Okay, now we're just going to repeat this little section right here on the top. That's going to make this longer than the rest of the tiers. However, we're not going to use 3 seed beads. We're just going to use 1 seed bead on either side of this. So we're going to grab another eye pin and attach.
Oh, so you're kind of maintaining the same pattern and just adding a little bit of extra length.
Yes, exactly. So same as this section here, but just 1 seed bead. Okay, and then we're doing another one of the teardrops, the fire polish round, another teardrop going the opposite direction, and then 1 more seed bead. Okay, and then we're going to do a simple loop. So I'm going to grab that wire, give it a bend, and trim off, leaving yourself about 1/4 of an inch of wire. And then roll back to make your simple loop. Okay, so that's going to be our center. Now this is longer than all of the other teardrops that are the tiers, rather, not teardrops, but tiers of the necklace. So the next one, we're actually going to build the next one too, because we're going to do this little wire wrap trick with the leaf here. But the next one is going to be seed beads. So you're going to do 15 seed beads, 10, and then 5. So the math, I tried to keep it as simple as I possibly could for you. Okay, but this one's going to go right here next to this one. So we're just going to repeat this exact one. So what happens after the center is going to be the same on either sides, right? So for this, we're going to take a small piece of 22 gauge wire. You're only going to need like maybe 3 inches of this, 4 inches if you want to be sure you've got plenty. Okay, and we're going to do a wrapped loop, but we're going to do a loop that's really big so that it's big enough to accommodate our leaf here. So I'm going to come in with my chain nose pliers. I'm going to grab that wire about 1.5 inches down and give it a bend. Okay, I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, and I'm going to go back to the back of the pliers so that my loop is nice and big. So up and over, rotate the pliers, take the wire over to the other side. Okay, now we're going to add our bead to this. So the easiest way to do this is to take your chain nose pliers and open it just slightly, sort of like you would a jump ring. And then you're just going to thread your leaf on. You might have to wiggle it just a little bit, just kind of depending on where you made your loop with your pliers. But it should slide on there pretty easily. And then you're just going to close that back. I just closed it back with my fingers. And then I'm going to grab that loop with my bent chain nose pliers so that now I can wire wrap. I'm going to do about 3 wraps. So basically we just made a really big, sorry y'all, a really big eye pin out of our own wire, but we went ahead and added our bead to it.
Easy peasy burrito wrap.
Yeah, love it. Love it. All right, so now we're going to stack up 15 of those seed beads. So I'm going over here. I know you can't see them, but I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's 10. And I'm going to do 5 more.
It's a clever use of the seed beads because you're actually making them a design element.
Yeah.
You're basically making little icicles out of them.
Yes. It's all so icy and just wonderful. I'm kind of a fan. I can't help myself. And just to use all these beautiful things that remind me of ice and snow, and yes. And I need that weather.
You guys get snow?
We do get snow, and I moved to a place where we get a little bit more snow than the city where I used to live, which is only about 40 minutes away. So we do get, because we're up in the mountains, we get a little bit more snow than Knoxville gets. I'm really looking forward to it. And I got to tell you, the low for Saturday is 5. 5, which is cold for us. That's like really cold.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of mad that I'm not getting snow with that. Like, if
Right.
it's going to be that cold, can I at least get some white stuff to go with it? I mean, because I mean, that's even cold for me because I'm a cold weather person, but that's pushing it for me. All right, now we're going to do
brisk.
It is, right? We're going to open an eye pin. We're going to attach that to the loop we just made. And now we're going to decrease the number of seed beads by 5. So this last one had 15 on it. We're only going to do 10 on this little section. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so there's 10 of those. I'm going to do another simple loop, and then we're going to do one more section on the top of this one that is also going to be decreased by 5. So that's only going to be 5 of the seed beads. So I did try to keep it pretty easy so that it wasn't like weird numbers that you would have struggled to remember if you wanted to recreate this.
Yeah, it comes together a lot simpler than I thought it would. I thought there was going to be a lot of like coordination.
All right, there's that one. So we've got one more, and we're just going to put 5 seed beads on the top of it. So,
how much are you thinking about the direction of your loops?
Do what now?
Like, you seem like you're intentionally making your loops perpendicular or parallel to each other. So like, you seem like you're thinking about the bottom bead.
I am. Yeah. So I'm at least I'm trying. And honestly, it really, with this style necklace, I'm really kind of overthinking it because the truth is it's going to spin around and do whatever it wants to do. But I'm trying to keep that AB finish on the front. And so to do that, I'm trying to just keep all my loops going the same direction for each section. So the loops on this section are both facing towards me. The loops on this section, they're both going the same direction, but they're going to kind of face away from me. The ones on this section are going to face towards me, and then I'm going to add a jump ring. That jump ring is going to go in the necklace part, so it's going to make everything hang this direction. Theoretically speaking,
right.
I mean, when you when you put it on, now it's a whole totally different story. But you know, theoretically, keeping all of the loops going this way is going to make it supposed to hang the way I want it to hang. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's going to happen when gravity takes hold and you're moving around with it on. But so there's our loop on that one. Okay, so that's going to be the next one. The next one, now they're already done, but I'm just going to show them to you so that you know. Okay, so we've got another flower element down here with this, with the same little seed bead. We've got another one of the elements like here. That's the 3 seed beads, the teardrops with that check fire polish in the middle. And then another one of the blue. And then this time for the top, instead of another section here to make it shorter, it's just one of the AB fire polish. So that would be the next one. The next one is going to be another seed bead section, which is also shorter. So instead of the 15, 10, and 5, we've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a 10 and a 10. Okay, so if you want to come back and rewatch this, I'm giving you the numbers that you need for your seed beads here. The next one is even shorter than our previous. So it's that same little section, but instead of having the 2 check glass fire polish, it's just the 1. So it ends with the blue. Okay, that's going to make that one even shorter. And then the last section is our leaf 10 and 5 instead of 10 and 10. So I'm just decreasing the seed beads. They're always being decreased by 5. That's going to make everything shorter, and it keeps you from having to count out ridiculous numbers.
Yeah, if I were to teach this necklace, like, this one is 17, and this one is 12.5.
I tried to make it as easy as I possibly could. I really, really tried. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop a 4mm jump ring on the top of all of these. Okay, just really, really quickly, and then we're gonna start to assemble this. So just want to add a jump ring, and a lot of these I've pre-opened from where I took them off yesterday, so it's just going to take a second. So each one of your little tiered sections, you're going to put a jump ring on the top. You can leave the jump ring out if you want to. Oh, that one already has a jump ring on it. The rest of them already have a jump ring. Yay! That was nice. Okay, so when we're putting this together, each one of the polka dot beads is going to go onto an eye pin, right? And you're just going to put a 4mm jump ring in between them. That 4mm jump ring is going to hold the 4mm jump ring you just added to each one of the tiered sections, right? And you just want to be sure that everything is going in the correct direction. So now we're going to start to put this together. Grab jump ring, add it. So we're just going to go right on down the line. Okay. So we add the jump ring. We're going to add the tiered piece, and then we're going to add the next polka dot bead, and we're going to close the jump ring. Okay. Each one of those, that's the way that's going to go. Okay, so we're going to grab another jump ring. So jump ring,
construction,
and then the tiered section, the next one, you know, the next one up, and then another polka dotted bead, and then close. So you're basically just making a beaded chain, but in between each one of your links, you're just going to add one of your tiers. That's kind of the simple version word wise. Okay, so a jump ring, the next tier polka dot, and close. Jump ring, the tiered section, polka dot bead, and close. Okay, another jump ring. Uh-oh. I tried to keep all the jump rings open to save time because these little tiny jump rings, it's hard to see the opening in them. There's
especially
that
with
one.
the iPad in your face.
Yeah. The tiered section, polka dot bead. We've got one more to go. And then I'm going to lay this out so you can see, because at this point now it just kind of looks weird laying here on the mat. This is definitely one of those necklaces where it looks prettier when it's finished and it's hanging on the bust, where on the mat it just kind of looks like a hot mess and you just kind of have to trust the process. All right, so there's the jump ring. Here's our last tiered section. And I'm going to go ahead and close that. Okay, and then I'm going to try to lay this out so that it makes a little more sense visually on the mat. Whoops. Okay, or I'm going to drop it in my lap and we're not going to get to see any of it. All right, so all laid out. That's what you've got at this point.
Oh my, are you kidding me, Sarah?
Isn't that pretty?
What? It's even, wow. It has
so pretty.
Oh my gosh, the draping is perfect.
I know, that's why I'm saying if you want to recreate this one, come back and do the beads the same count and it will work out perfectly. I promise.
Wow.
I promise. I did all the hard part for you. All you got to do is just put it together. So you don't even have to count out the beads and try to figure out the spacing. Like I already did all that for you.
Wow. I am blown away, Sarah. This is like, oh, this is the theme, like totally encapsulated. This is like what you would wear to a winter ball.
Exactly. And it's dripping ice. It's just, yes, it's just beautiful. All right. So our beaded chain for the length of this is just all on eye pins. It's the blue. Okay. And then a section of 3 of the clear AB, a blue, the clear AB. So one side is going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the clear, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the blue. Okay. If you need it to be a little bit longer, there are extra beads. You've got plenty of beads in the bead box, so you can make this longer. But that's one side. One side, we've got to attach a couple more to it to finish it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're just going to do eye pins and simple loops. So I'm going to go ahead and just load these onto the eye pins so that we can very quickly make our simple loops. And then we're just going to assemble and it's going to be done. So We're going to do 4 simple loops here, add them to our chain, and add our clasp. Put everything together and it's done. Now, it's obviously going to take you a little bit longer if you're doing this in real time, but honestly, it didn't take all that long to put this together.
Look at Garvin's comment.
I love it. To heck with writing Christmas letters. This is happening now.
That is the bead energy we need, people. Get on Carmen's level.
Exactly. Yes. Oh gosh, that's funny. All right, so I'm gonna do simple loops. Okay, and I'm gonna do these real quick.
You must have got a nice stocking of eye pins in.
I did. And Kathy, wherever Kathy is, she's probably sitting in her chair, rolling her eyes at me because she knows that I'm using up. She's the one who placed the order for me. She's like, she's using up all the ones we just got to put in kits. She's using them up. We're gonna have to make another order.
Is it a time thing for you on eye pins? Because like I feel like I don't tend to buy a lot of eye pins.
Yeah, it's just a time saver. It really is. It keeps, well, for a necklace like this where I use a lot, it keeps me from having to sit and pre-cut wire. Now, if I'm in the mood to sit and pre-cut wire, that's a totally different thing. But if I'm trying to put something together and I want the beads to be the star and I don't care that my wire work is necessarily part of the design, then I'll go with a bead or an eye pin and a head pin, you know, just to save time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Someone really wants a hint for January.
No hints. No
I'm
hints.
so bad. I'm so bad at not giving hints.
If we give you a hint, then it's going to give it away. So
I know. I really also, it's especially being that it's not necessarily just my theme. I don't think I should say anything.
Well, you don't normally give major hints.
Nothing major, but like I love small hints.
Okay, well, I'll let you give a small hint, but I'm not going to say anything because I'll spoil it. I'll spoil it completely.
I haven't come up with a way to be more subtle about it yet, so I'm just sitting here.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we could just say no. I'm not going to say that. No, there's no way to say anything without,
I know.
Yeah. All right, so there are our 2 beaded chains that are going to be the length, okay? And I'm going to just add these by adding the loop to the jump ring that's on the end of each one of these.
Marley Beth's curious what gauge head pin do you like for necklaces?
22. 22 is like my go-to for everything. However, if you have a hard time shopping for the 22s, 21 is just as good. Some places don't have 22 and all they offer is 21. 21 is fine.
Yeah, I see a lot of 21, which is interesting because it's not a standard wire, like that standard of a wire gauge.
Right. Yep. And I also, if I'm using like gemstones that have a smaller drill hole, I'll go for like a 24 gauge. So I always have them both on hand. But I really do prefer the 22, 21, just because I feel like they're a little bit stronger. Okay, so there's the length. And then for the back here, I'm just doing a standard lobster clasp and 2 jump rings because the front of this has got a lot going on. So I don't necessarily need anything back here. However, if you were going to wear this to like a real party and you wanted to wear your hair up, a pretty clasp back here would be awesome as well.
Gosh, that chain is gorgeous. It just unifies the whole piece perfectly.
Right. Again, and it's that simple little pop of blue that's in there that it's not too much blue, you know, it's just enough to kind of keep everything going. Okay, now I gotta turn this around because you just don't get the full effect of this with it laying like that. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it looks like on the bust. Give me just a second to get it on here. I'm just going to hold it with my fingers, and I'm holding it kind of short, but it is a little bit longer than this in like real life. But so you can see all those beautiful tiers.
Oh my gosh.
And then of course you have that beaded chain going all the way around. So, and I'm holding quite a long length of that. This necklace with the sections that I put together, it's going to be about an 18-inch necklace. So again, if you need it to be a little bit longer, you can add more of those beads because there's more in the box that you can add for sure of the fire polish. So
does that mean 18 like of the higher level, at the higher level, and then it goes down from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go, y'all.
Wow, that is so majestic. Wow, that's amazing.
And I gotta tell you, I actually started out with just the snowflakes. I didn't have those leaf sections in there. That was after I had it laid out, and I was like, it's not full enough. So I added the leaf sections in there. And if I were doing this myself and like time was not an issue, I would actually have added more of the seed bead strands. So everywhere there's a seed bead strand, I probably would have done 3 just to make this really full on fringe. You know what I'm saying?
So it goes more seed beads.
I would have done I would have made, instead of just one of these, I would have done 3 of them and hung them side by side so that the look goes from a tiered necklace to a fringe necklace, because the fuller I think a tier gets, the more it becomes kind of that fringe look. That would have given it even more drip, if you will.
I see what you're saying by drip now.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks awesome just like it is. It's an awesome necklace, and it's all about those beads. Like, this style works with so many different beads, but that dripping ice, snow, it was perfect for that. So
it's so pretty. It's so elegant. It's like exactly what we were going for the box. Sarah, you have blown me away.
I'm so glad. I hoped you were gonna like it.
I guess to wrap up, let's see what's going on. So, Sarah, we're almost to the end of the month. So, I mean, does Hardwired open up soon?
Hardwired is opening up, let's see, probably on Friday. I would imagine we're going to open up. I'm taking all of next week off, so I won't be around, but Hardwired will be open for enrollment all week next week. And my schedule for this week is just a tiny bit shortened. So I've got the live here with you. Hardwired is meeting at 5. We're doing, check this out. We're doing, I'll just drop it in the floor first. We're doing snowflakes out of wire and beads.
Cute.
Aren't those cute? Just a little something fun right before everybody goes away for the holiday.
I want like a necklace of those, like all together.
Oh my gosh, or fabulous earrings. So, Hardwired, Thursday, I'm going to be live with Beadalon. So I'll be with Meredith at 2 p.m. And then our Feel Good Friday show is still on schedule for 1 p.m. However, Hardwired won't be meeting again this week. So Hardwired is only getting together once this week, because I got to go on and get my Christmas on. And then I'll be back next week. No, I won't be back. I'll be back in January 2023.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So what about you? What's your schedule? You're taking some time off too, aren't you?
I still need to pick my dates, but yeah, my goal is to take some time. I usually try to take some time off after Christmassy time.
Yeah.
But I want to get, even if I do take that week off, we're still trying to plan some like end of year clearance sort of things just to help make some room for the new year. So definitely like make sure you're on the Sam's Bead Shop email list, text list, if you're not already, because there's going to be some awesome stuff coming next week. And then today, if you like some more time with Sam's Bead Shop, we have our live sale at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And it's like all themed around to this bead box that we just looked at. So I think we have extras of most of the beads that Sarah worked with. And then we like to get like more colors of our favorite shapes, like those snowflake cabochon.
Yes.
We picked out like 8 more colors of that cabochon.
Oh.
And they're really pretty. Rachel showed them to me last night. They're really pretty. So really cool stuff. Appetite, all sorts of yummies. It's like, it tends to be like our busiest, most like party like sale of the month. So definitely come join us today. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Trying to get some sparkle on. Other than that, I don't know. We just released a mystery box that you can check out. It's actually kind of going to sell out pretty soon, but it's a really cool mystery box. It's like full of fire polish from my New York trip. And then just make sure you're subscribed in time for the January box. The last day to subscribe is January 9th. But try to get it earlier because we actually tend to start printing shipping labels before then, and it helps us out if we have your order in sooner so we can get your box packed up.
Yeah.
And it's the very first
so exciting
collaborated bead box with Sara Lovecraft. I'm very excited for everyone to see. It's gorgeous. It's so pretty. And I think such an interesting take on like a January box.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very eager to get that box sent out. So in the meantime, I'll be designing with the December box a little bit more on Friday with some of the silver silk that Nile designed for this box. So you can already get the silver silk on the website, samspeedshop.com, and I'll design with it on Friday. So I know that was a lot, but that's some of the things going on at Sam's Bead Shop. So I hope to see you guys tonight at 5:00. Other than that, thank you, Sara, so much for doing this. It was such a pleasure to see the box like come to life.
It was so fun, and you make it easy to create with your amazing boxes. So you guys, if you're not signed up, it's a great holiday gift to yourself is to sign up for the Sam Speed box. For yourself. It's the best deal we have at the shop. And we also think one of the most fun because it's so curated and ready to go for you. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. And don't forget to come back and hang out with Sam some more. Hardwired, I will see you at 5 p.m. to put together these fun little snowflakes. And y'all enjoy the rest of your week. That's 5 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Eastern, yes, Hardwired. Yes. And then 8 p.m. Eastern for the live sale. So nothing conflicts. Exactly. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see y'all again soon, okay? Bye, guys. Bye, y'all.